Hey, how you doing? Fletch here. Welcome to my channel, Ted's Kids channel. Today I want to talk about my parents. Ted, my father, and my stepmom. We were both 93 years old. Sharp as a tack. Got some physical issues, but sharp as a tack. Today's subject, I want to talk about moving my folks down from their original city that we grew up. Hibbing, 200 miles from here. They lived up there most of their lives. It's where I was born and raised. As us kids, we convinced them to move down here last year. And by moving them down here, it was a great move. Made all the sense. But also, I kind of reflected on what I was thinking about this. And as I age and dealing with muscular dystrophy and possible issues down the road too. And with my folks, when they were living up there, the nearest sun was still an hour to 2 hours away. Most of us were 3 to 4 hours away. And they did manage to get by. It was amazing. They had their own house, 2-story. Basically, they couldn't get up to the second floor. Well, my father still did to go to bed. But they got along. They did. We'd go up there and help us as much as we could. A couple of years ago, we redid their bathroom and made a step-in shower and made things a lot easier. Put handrails up, do all the things that we could do to help them out. And with them being up there, and winter is basically 8 months out of the year, it seems like. Snow removal is becoming difficult for my dad. And the business across the street stepped up, plowed their driveway whenever it snowed, didn't charge them a thing. They didn't want to take anything. That was great. We did appreciate that. My folks had a great neighbor next door. He would check up on them. He did the little things that needed to get done. My dad was still pretty mobile. He was cutting his own grass, but of course, there's things that he just couldn't do anymore. So we convinced him to move down here. Moved him down here last year. Got him in an unassisted situation. And now we can help out as much as we can with them. The nice thing down here in Twin Cities, they have more medical opportunities where they can get things looked at, taken care of, where they couldn't up north, or they'd have to travel to get to where they need to do. So that was great. Also, it really surprised me, and I talked about this in the last one, about grocery and deliveries and pickups. Hibbing didn't have that. I believe they had a Walmart, but I think they could only do pickup. My dad still got out and shop. He did most of the shopping anyhow. But that surprises me. We're kind of a little farther back in times, it seems like, and there wasn't, they had a Walmart, but nobody else delivered. So that was kind of strange. And then, like I talked about on the medical side, you either had to hopefully get a specialist come to Hibbing, or he would have to travel, or they would have to travel to Duluth, which is 75 miles away, and get the specialist that they needed. So it got me thinking, and yeah, about my future about this thing. So I'm going to step away. We got a new segment. I think I tried this out last time, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, as we moved my folks down here near us, kids now, they used to live up north. I got in charge of selling off a lot of their stuff. So here's some of the cameras that they had over the years, and real unique. You got the standard one, basically standard one in the 60s, a movie projector, or I should take that back, a camera, movie projector, and lights. Yeah, this camera is pretty unique. Looks like Polaroid, one step. What's unique about it is you take a picture, I believe you wait a minute or two, and out spits a picture. Film is pretty unique also. It's got its own battery in it. So you load it up. I don't know, I think there was 10 to 15 pictures in it. Enough battery power to produce some pictures. But I think it's pretty cool. I just recently sold it. So they are in somewhat demand. So the variety of cameras that they had. This one from Kodak had been in the late 50s, 60s. I'm not sure. Notice the bulb, I believe you only had one chance. You took a picture and that bulb was done. So probably a Cadillac of cameras back then, but not now anymore. Another Kodak, probably could still use it. We all know what happened to Kodak. They're no longer around. You know, it was just pain. You know, you took your pictures, but then had to get them processed, and that usually took a week. The cool thing is the camera and the projector. Solid metal too. This thing is heavy. Cranked it up. You could run film through it, and once you were done, which apparently wasn't very long, you could flip over the tape or the film and record on that, which that was unique and didn't record sound, so there's no sound. Projector still works great. Built like a tank. It's all steel. The film. And I did watch some of these movies that my dad took in the mid 60s, and some of the film did break. So they had plastic sticky splices. This is from the 1960s, and it still works. So I had to patch up some of the film, and it continued on. It worked great. Lights. And this is for I believe somebody else had to hold this while you were filming. But the lights are very bright. So as I was watching some of the older film, a lot of the people were just blinded when they were getting filmed. And again, the lights still work. So I'm real happy it still all works. And that's the cameras. I hope you enjoyed that. It's always fun going down memory lane. So, my folks moving down here near us, all us kids. Good move. Happier down here. Get to visit them. Doesn't take 3 to 4 hours to go visit them now. Takes me 20 minutes. It's awesome. But it then started making me think what I'll be doing in 10 years. You know, a couple of years ago, I had plans of when I retired, I was going to move to a northern small town, build a house, and just get away from the Twin Cities. I guess traffic, people, noise. I thought going to a small town would be a perfect fit. And and I still think it would be. But the pros and cons, now that I'm starting to realize it after we moved our parents down here, is that, well, now I'm 200 miles away from the nearest relative. And then, you know, less hospitals, specialties. Yes, there's hospitals. Yes, there's urgent care. But, you know, I'll probably be needing specialists down the road. And they don't live in the same town. They come in every Thursday or they come in every Monday. And now you're waiting. Or I'll have to travel 75 miles and it's winter time and roads suck. Uh, I've done too many trips on snow and ice. I don't care to do anymore. So kind of back, I'm back. I'm kind of backing off the plans at this time. Um, Maybe move up there during the summer just to rent something. That might be something I might do. But permanently, the cons are kind of outweighing the pros. And I enjoy my house here in the cities. Uh, both my sisters are here, my parents, my stepbrothers, everybody's down here. Uh, and and if I need some help, just something handy around the house that I can't do, well, I can call my brother-in-law, I can call my stepbrother, and they'll be more than happy to help me out, I'm sure. So you out there, yeah, if you got disabilities or you're thinking, hey, down the road, you might not be able to do all the things you need to do or can do. Um, you got to adjust your plans of what you're going to do. Um, you know, don't rule out going out somewhere south for the winter. I am not gonna. I might look into that next year. But it can, yeah, we can't predict our future. Wish we could, but we can't. But you got to start thinking about those things. And what if you need help? What if you don't? You don't know the answers, but be prepared. Um, let family members know um, that your health could change in any minute. That any one of us could have some issues down the road. We just know for sure. So, hope to leave you with that. Something to think about. Drop a comment on what your thoughts are. I'd love to read them. And otherwise, if you're still enjoying this, I hope so. Subscribe, hit the like. I would really appreciate it. And again, life's complicated. Keep it simple. Till next time, take care.